Okay, hi everyone. I'm Donald. I live in southwest London. I can't give out my location for security purposes because on how the state is becoming. Just let everyone know that I do have autism. I'll be talking about the government today. Today, the MP had an emergency meeting, Cobra meeting, regarding the violence and the basically what is called as London is burning. Um, for one, I would like to state that I don't condemn the violence that is happening to the innocent people at this current time. Number two, I would like to state to everyone that my thoughts, and I think the nation, is with the grieving family of those little children that got killed. I think what's happened is after that person got named from the courts, that's where it all exploded out of anger, grievances, and a war cry. Because we want nothing but the best for our children when they're young and when they grow up. Because they are the forefront of our next generation in this planet. And I'd like to strongly advise, I'll strongly state that as I don't have no children, but anyone that does, and anyone that doesn't would know what I'm about to state. Children are innocent. They don't know right from wrong. But what the tragedy happened that day was when you become from 15 onwards, correct me if I'm wrong please, you should know right from wrong. And that tragic day that happened, that boy, which I won't name for reasons, is he should have known what's right from wrong. Yes, we live in a society where everyone is connected, where the societies are multilingual, where you have Muslims, Africans, Indians, Americans, Chinese, North Korea, in our living societies globally. And I from the PM's statement today on the news, I was quite shocked. I was shocked, horrified, and disgusted that he's actually a racist person. Let's put it that way. He's racist. He doesn't give a shit about other societies like the British, the Americans that's here in the UK. the Chinese, the North Korean, the Indians, the Bangladeshi. He doesn't care about them, though. What he can see is one side, that his government will do everything to protect the Muslim society. Let me also. I have a Muslim. I have a like I said. I have autism. I have a support worker. Okay. I'm not mentioning names, but he's a Muslim, and he's from an African background. But I will condemn the MP. This is an outrage of the MP, which is our forefront of our government, stating he will protect the Muslim and the mosques from the violence. Yes, okay, the violence isn't good. It is not bad. I condemn it completely at every level of our existence. What the MP stated was absolutely disgusting. And I'm demanding, and I think everyone else should demand, his recognition, for him to be resigned. He needs to be gone. He will not last anymore. He is a new Prime Minister, okay, trying to stir the country back to normalism. But as what I can see, and other people can see, it's becoming a state against all other nation, all other nationality. The British, the Chinese, Bangladeshi, the Americans that live here, Africans that live here, the Muslims that live here. He's only targeting one race, Muslims. How dare he state that, they're trying to also stop misinformation on social media? Don't they not use social media? Don't they not use Facebook? Don't they not use X? Don't they not use WhatsApp? Don't they not use YouTube? They're all social media platforms. WhatsApp, okay? Let's go to WhatsApp. When it was first founded, it's classed as a social media communication platform. But it is still a social media platform. So, what is their plan to what is their plan to police social media? Oh, we know. We'll speak to the pig giant, tell them that all this misinformation should be having on your platform. No, what they are doing, they are twisting the blame from them to social media to take away what the previous government's done and what this government's doing. They are blaming somebody else. It's never their fault. For a very, 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 very long time. They never stand up and take the blame for themselves. And when they do, they read it from a bit of paper, a script that somebody else has written. This is not what you call government. What this is where they want to control all other nationalities, but oh no, we won't touch the Muslims. We'll protect them. Now, I'm not racist, and I'm not saying what I've made that statement. I'm not saying that I'm racist or I will do racist. I condemn the racism. Only for a few weeks now, Keir Starmer has been in power. And this is the worst worst statement I've ever seen. And I'm 34 years old. I condemn it at the strongest level. Give me a second, people. Sorry. One second, please. What I am going to do. Give me a second if I can find it. I shall be back. So, yeah, I'm back. Sorry about that. So the MP, the Prime Minister, what he's just done is sign his own exit card. In this country, we believe in fairness, democracy, and also being friendly with other nations. With his statement, he did also state that the thugs were targeting the Muslim community and also attacking the immigration hotel where the migrants are housed. He doesn't talk about, with them sort of language he spoke, he's not talking about the children. He didn't use them very strong words when the children were killed. So that means he is lighting the fire for more violence on the streets of Britain in 2024. He is lighting the fire even more to the point it is at the moment. This is not tolerated. I condemn this from every level. He should know, okay, because when you say, I will protect the Muslim community, the mosques, that's racist. What about all the other nationalities in Britain? Do they not count? You got, like I said earlier, you got the Africans, you got the Chinese, Mexicans, you got all other nationality in Great Britain. What Steer Karma's done, he has signed his own death warrant. And let me be clear on that. When I say he signed his own death warrant, people will start bringing up more violence, more anger on the streets of Britain. Are we going to see, again, with the Conservatives, I'm going to resign, another one comes in, then another one, then another one, then another one. When Steer Carmen stated that they will face the full force of the law, exactly the same words as the Conservatives, right there. They're no longer for Britain, or your average working people, or your average families that they once was a safe haven. No, they've gone. I'll be right. Oh, 1 second, please. I'll be right back. Hello? Yeah. Hang on, hold on, don't speak yet. 1 second, please. 1 second. So, sorry about that. I had to deal with the situation there. So I'm back again. Sorry about that. So, sorry about that. Sorry about that. Yeah. So, are we living in a state where all the other nationalities are being censored? Censored, being prosecuted and harassed by the British police. Why all the other criminals, the grooming gangs, the people the people who kill children in this country, what, are they untouchable? Are they seriously untouchable? It seems that it from Steer Carmen's statement today, on his statement today. what I'm going to say is we need calm. We need for all of us to come together as one, as one united. Now, people who are looting, who are setting fires to businesses, to citizen advice bureaus, this is not what this is not what, or the response that we want. We need to, yes, we need to protest and show our anger. I don't condemn the violence that's happening at this time on the streets of Great Britain in 2024. This time, the protest in 2011, this time is even more deeper, deep, where it's got to a point where people can't hold their aggression back any longer. And basically, I think it's hard because where the government is stating that they're going to have a 24. Oh, 1 second, mate. Okay. Yeah, a 24-hour court system. 24-hour deal with this situation that's happening at the moment on the streets of Great Britain. Why do you think that people in this country has lost hope, trust in the authorities? That can be the police, that can be your local council, and that could be the fire service or your local MP. These people, okay, are not listening to us. Give me a second. Yeah, sorry about that. So they are not listening, and it's a big shame. As a country, where do we go from here? Where do we actually go? Because at the moment, I think people, normal, abiding citizens, have lost trust and hope in all government, whether it's local or central. They've lost hope and the trust. And the problem is, how are we going to, how is the government going to help the community to bring that trust back, for the community to trust the government again, local and central? Because for a good couple of decades, there's been disconnected from local and state government to normal abiding citizens. And at this point now, people in this country has had enough. One second. I'm going to take a short break, and I will be. Oh, 1 second. I'll be. Okay, so welcome back again. So I think as a country, there needs to be a serious debate into the future of Great Britain, of the United Kingdom. If you know, I mean, don't get me wrong. Yeah, I mean, Muslims are very peaceful people, and so is other nationalities. And the reason I keep going back to this topic is how can a leader of United Kingdom, Great Britain, in 2020, well, half of the 2024, come out with a statement like that? And what's surprising, there's a video online, and the police are stating to the Muslims to take your weapons back to the mosque. Why? It doesn't matter if what weapon you've got, what it is landed, or you brought it out with you in public, is a criminal offence. There's no need to carry a weapon. It's not like you know that there's so much violence happening on day and night, where, like, for example, in the United States, they can carry tear gas to protect themselves. But here in the UK or other parts of Europe, we don't have that right. Why? Because the government thinks that the police in that country, including the United Kingdom, can help with the situation. But as we can see, there is two-tier policing. Going back to Steer Karma's statement, he is saying, Oh no, not at all. The allegation about two-tier policing, there's nothing like that. But what does the government think that the people are stupid? Does he think that he thinks that people are dumb? Or does he think that people are not awake? We are awake. And we know what's happening in front of our eyes. Because now, every day now, when police comes out and there's a situation, what happens? People get their phones out and they start to record them. This sort of activity that we're seeing, the Britain and the British society, I'll say about over the last, I would say back in 2003 to 2004, we never used our mobile phones to record the police. So how can Dear Karma now come out with that statement that there's no two-tier policing? It's happened to me. I know there's two-tier policing. Because when I was having a mental health crisis at my address, I had a circular saw. I don't harm no one else, but I know that's wrong. I can only hurt myself. There's no law. And the thugs, the police are the thugs. I don't know how the government can call all people doing these these protests far right. The police are the thugs. Because they're the ones who cause all these havocs. Because going back with me, I was going to hurt myself with it, and the officer then tasered me, and then he's trying to charge me for attempted assault on a police officer. This is 2024. I think what's happening, and I'm not scared to state this, and I will say it. I think what's happening now is the government has been hijacked by the terrorist group, ISIS. I think they have been behind the government, telling them what to do and how to do it. And as representation of Great Britain, I think they'd be phoning that. Because if you look online, you would see when other with other societies, the British, Asians, Bangladeshi, Africans, they all come together and we protest in the streets of London. The police comes in with mobs of them, and they put us into a cattle, and squashed in like sardines. When you've got as well, there's another video online where you got these groups when they're shouting out that terrorist name, or whatever it's called. I can't pronounce it, but due to my autism, outside the police station, I can't remember where that was. I have to find it and do a future live stream with that one. They were shouting it out. What happened? Left alone. I think what we need to do as a nation, we need to find I think what we need to do, okay, first things first, is chat with each other, not on WhatsApp, not on Facebook, not on X, not on Twitter, Instagram. We need to go onto a place where it's like for example, Wire. Wire is like WhatsApp, but it's a lot more secure because it's based in Switzerland, where they have the toughest privacy laws in the world. And we need to come together and discuss the next steps. When I say next steps, just to let everyone know that who are doing the violence on the streets of London, I do condemn that. But if you are watching the stream, I am going to say to you, okay, I am not stating when I say we should all come together. I am not stating that we should do violence, assault, or criminal damage on a building. Because when you don't do that, that puts more flame to these people in power. And the people who are doing the peaceful and trying to stop what's happening to the United Kingdom, where there's mass migration, mass crime, murders, and everything else that comes with that, it puts the message down what we're trying to do. It ruins that. We are all the mobs that's causing criminal damage on the streets of Britain. You're ruining what we're trying to do here. Yes, we have a serious issue. Yes, everybody's concerned. Yes, we're concerned about more children are being killed on the streets of Britain. But with you doing violence, it's not going to help the cause. We need to be calm, do the protest. We need to follow what the police do. So if they're recording, they have somebody behind the fence line of the police recording the protesters. We need to do that. We need to copy on what they do and just do it back at them. When Steer Karma stated no fear or favour, okay. Well, for one, there is that. They are doing that. Look at Leeds. What happened there? They left. They were fear. When there is terrorist groups in the United Kingdom and they're shouting out the words, what happens? They leave them alone. But every time we get our own camera and we start to record a police station, oh no, terrorism act. We're going to detain you under terrorism act. A camera. This country is becoming a laughing stock to the global stage, to the global elite, and to the free world of United States of America. It's surprising because we have other overseas countries that Britain owns. And I've been looking at that very closely. But there's no rights there. And it's owned by Britain. Why is that? Weird, isn't it? It's strange. Overseas countries that is owned by Britain, there's no rights. What's happening here? Yes, they have their own government there, but it's still really owned by the UK state. Let's go back now to Steer Cartman and his statement about prisons. He stated that they are doing one second. They have massive. They're going to bring in 24-hour court rooms. Now, who's going to pay for that? Who's going to pay for that? We're already in a massive debt crisis from the last government. So who's going to pay? Okay, for clerks, judges. Who's going to pay for that? If the courts are already under pressure, and they're not ready for this, when the government removes Section 201, no thoughts of eviction for landlords, but they're saying for that one there's no court, they're not ready for that change. How are they going to be ready for this? This is what you call misinformation. And they tell give me hang on. And they're saying, and where are they going to house these people as well? The ones that's criminal damage, who's doing criminal damage. Who's going? You see, it's coming to a point where the prisons are understaffed. So, by them moving thousands of existing prisoners in prison out in society to make room for these ones, these are the people that are causing criminal damage, you're not winning. You're not winning nothing. You're simply not winning. Because there is a lot of injuries and violence that's happening in prison as well. Now, Steer Cartman states, there is an army of special officers. Makes Becker believe special army officers. What does that say? Who's paying for these so-called special officers, army officers? Who's paying for these? Because yes, it's the taxpayers, but again, the counter tax is also in crisis. The United Kingdom, the whole system is in turmoil, and when you've been cooped up for a long time, these things will happen. Riots will happen. But like I said, I condemned the violence from every strong level. Why he says special army officers? But if you look at China government, you see nearly the same language. Nearly the same language. What? Government. Yeah, government. Yes, that is correct. So, you know, at the end of the day, we all of us, all concerned, mothers, fathers, hardworking people, people on benefits, people who are disabled, people who've got cancer. What we need to do is come together, connect on wire. That is based in Switzerland, where they have the toughest privacy laws, and talk. Because I didn't vote, why should I vote? You know what I did? My voting document. I'm going to tell you something now. And I basically ripped off the number, ripped off my address. And you know what I did? I wiped my arse on it. So it had lumps of shit on it. And I sent it back to them. That's all they're good for. Because they're feeding us propaganda. Rubbish. Propaganda. That's what they're feeding us in 2024. This was never like this in a good couple of decades ago. Going back from the year 2000, probably right up until 2006, 7. But now we have clowns, muppets, and yes, I am going to say it, mobs working for us in this government. They should be there working for all society, not just for the Muslims, protecting the mosques, protecting their society. Government role, whether it's central or local government, their main role is to protect and serve everybody, not just one race, one nation. If you look at, as a society, we need to think seriously, because we can overthrow the government in the country, and to do that, we need calm, positive conversation and debate. We do not need violence at the time when the country is in so much turmoil and in distress. Does anyone have any questions for me that I can answer for you lot? And also, just let everyone know, please push that subscribe button down below. That helps me a lot. And press the like button if you can, please. That will help me a lot as well. Tomorrow? Yeah. Tomorrow, I will be back on as well. So does anyone have any questions for me, or would you like to give your comment on what's happening at the moment.